That I was having temporal lobe seizures caused by Mefloquine toxicity. Everything made sense all of a sudden.
It's a controversial anti-malarial drug once commonly prescribed to Canadian soldiers, and many say they've had long-term and debilitating side effects from Mefloquine. Well, now a law firm is crossing the country to prep for a lawsuit against the Canadian government.
My anxiety is so bad I hardly leave the house anymore. In fact, the fact that I'm even here right now took a lot of people and support.
Christian McKirkin calls the anti-malaria pills he had no choice but to take while serving as a peacekeeper in Congo a monster. He was medically released from the military for PTSD, but he now says his symptoms come from brain damage caused by Mefloquine.
Home from Yugoslavia for 2 years and had been under fire and had never had a panic attack before I took this drug. It's been 25 years of hell.
Now, packaging for the drug outlines the risk for side effects. But soldiers are saying in the 90s they had no choice but to take it, and inadequate instruction on when to stop using it. Today, McKirkin was one of many in Edmonton hearing from a Toronto law firm about a mass tort lawsuit against the government. The representative plaintiff served in Somalia.
Hypervigilant and anxious all the time, more ramped up. I felt more aggressive, more ramped up than I should have been. A lot of us were like that.
While there, John Dow witnessed what would be called the Somalia affair, where a Somali teen was beaten to death by 2 Canadian soldiers. Dow blames Mefloquine.
Seeing Master Corporal Clayton Natchez in a florid psychosis, he was hallucinating about camel spiders that weren't there.
The lawyers for the case say they've been in contact with around 600 people who say they're experiencing side effects from the drug.
Who feel so violated by having to take this medication, and now so many of their lives are in ruins.
Now, earlier in the week, I reached out to the Department of National Defense to get an interview. They didn't have anyone available to talk on camera, but they did answer some questions by email. They pointed to a 2017 Surgeons General review that found no long-term effects on human health, while also saying while the drug is used in some cases today, it is no longer the #1 choice. But what these soldiers want is more support from the federal government and an acknowledgement of what this drug did to them.
Their futures have been destroyed. So many of them can't work, and that our veterans deserve way better treatment.
Now, this is the second of the cross-Canada town halls, and the law firm says they hope to have the first of their cases hitting the courts in the coming months. From Edmonton's Kingsway Legion, Carly Robinson, City News.